If you notice people that are depressed or, you know, have a negative outlook all the time, they're not vegan. And that's just a correlation that I've found even this past year, like how people are analyzing things and, you know, analyzing the information that we're getting. You take it in differently when you're vegan versus not.
Well, I'm planning on licking some fingers because after we eat, I definitely want to try something. This is the walnut sliders, the sweet potato fries, and then the mac and cheese. And what'd you order?
So I have Fish and Festival.
Fish and Festival. Okay, so fish, and then tell me what are those right there?
So the fish is soy. The festival is a combination of yuca, which is a root vegetable.
Right.
And we combine that with cornmeal and flour. And coconut. Nice. And then we top it with a hot honey or a ginger syrup that we make in-house. And then just a good old salad because I'm feeling like I need some greens in my life today.
That sounds amazing. Tell me about these walnut sliders.
So the walnut sliders, it's so funny because every 6 months, my challenge to myself as a chef is to come up with new gluten-free, soy-free, or alkaline options.
Right now, you out here like a rapper with mixtapes, dropping a new snack every
6 months, every season. I think it's important. I think it's important for the evolution of who we are as a brand, but also just reflecting on feedback from my customers.
Yeah.
What they want from me, I want to be able to provide.
Right.
And so, you know, although we do have a lot of soy-free options currently on the menu, I'm always in search of trying to figure out something new. And so these burgers are made from actual walnuts.
Okay.
It took me about 8 months to develop the recipe. And it's all pure walnuts, and then we top it with steamed portobello mushrooms and bell peppers and arugula. So everything on it is alkaline, except for the bread. The bread is not alkaline, it's a pretzel bun, but we do have spelt bread, should you need it to be alkaline. We have a lot of people who adhere to the alkaline diet that we hear, and so I want them to have just as many options as people who aren't following the alkaline diet.
Forward to this right
I want to see what you think about the walnut.
definitely. Start off with this mac and cheese. That's good. That's creamy.
Now that one took a year to develop.
And what's on top of this?
So that are just chives and a little paprika.
What's the cheese made out of?
Potato starch.
Potato starch.
So we really try to not use a lot of nuts in anything, just due to allergies. Traditionally, vegan mac and cheese is made with cashew cheese. And I can do that, but I really wanted to try to find a way to do it where there were no nuts involved. And it's gluten-free.
That's good. I like that.
Thank
You're here, Greedi Kitchen in Brooklyn, in New York. What's special about New York? What keeps you here?
Well, I'm born here, right? And I've actually been fortunate enough that this is actually my third business here in New York, successful business. And I would say there's nothing like New York. Like, it's almost like where you can take a stab at anything that you want to do and you'll get for real feedback. You'll be tested in multiple ways that either make you greater and better or take you back to the drawing board, but none of it's negative. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like this city offers a lot of endless possibilities and opportunities that I haven't really felt the energy anywhere else. I'll take that back. I felt it a little bit in South Africa. But
South Africa?
Johannesburg. I'm obsessed.
I was just there last year.
I'm obsessed with Johannesburg. Like, I'm crying about everything that's happening right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but like that is one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah, Joe nice. Thank you, I appreciate you.
So this is our gin and green juice. But the gin is actually made from all plants. So there's no alcohol in that. And
that's delicious.
Right, and the green is a combination of cucumber and cucumber and celery and kale and spinach. So it's all good stuff.
That's refreshing. This is the gin and green juice, aka the Snoop Dogg.
Yes, yes. Gotta pay homage.
That's good. I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, try that walnut burger. Let me know. Go in. Can you tell me you're eating walnuts?
I can't tell, but the flavors of this, amazing. That's good.
So that just recently was added to our menu, and it is quickly becoming a fan favorite.
Yeah, this with the pretzel bun, this is fire right here.
And I love it because it's all plants. There's no soy, there's no chemicals, everything is made from scratch. And you're getting a ton of protein, which is always the challenge, right? When people want to challenge a vegan diet, it's like, well, where is your protein coming from? Because there's a myth that exists that we only can get protein from animals, meat, and that's not the case.
So what are some places people can get protein that's not meat?
Nuts, beans, grains like quinoa, those are all very overlooked, underutilized things that I think literally can change the game in terms of protein.
Pros and cons of being vegan.
I think the pros is definitely how you look and feel, right? Because what you eat is literally who you are, right? It's your energy, your endurance, even dealing with everything that we just came out of this past year, right?
Right.
How you view the world really has a lot to do with what you consume. And if you notice people that are depressed or, have a negative outlook all the time, they're not vegan. And that's just a correlation that I found even this past year, like how people are analyzing things and, analyzing the information that we're getting. You take it in differently when you're vegan versus not.
Right. Why do you think that is? Do you think that is like energy thing from what you're consuming?
Absolutely. When you're eating plants and things that are God-made and things that are growing from the earth, right? Your energy and your vibration is just on a different level than consuming things that have been slaughtered, consuming things that have been under enormous stress, and then you're putting it in your body. You take on that stress, you take on that energy. So you can't vibrate higher because of what you've just consumed. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think also, we eat a lot of brain food, right? We eat a lot of things that have huge impact on our brain strength, energy, and functionality, clarity.
What are some of those foods that affect our brain?
Like just green leafy vegetables, avocado, all of those, the good fats, the good minerals. Those are the things that impact how we think, how we analyze. And so when you're not eating those things, you can't see what's really going on. It's unfortunate, but it's real. Thank you. So the con, I would say, to being a vegan is you're not always gonna find food.
That's a fact. I was just shooting a commercial in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Let me tell you, your boy was hungry.
And that's where your discipline comes in.
Definitely.
Right? Veganism, it definitely has improved tremendously, I would say, over the past year since COVID. And people have really accepted the fact that eating healthier is the way to go. When we talk about our environment, we talk about our carbon footprint, we talk about all these things that are wrong in the world that are directly related to the food chain. When we start to kind of accept that and understand that, then we'll be in a much better place for it, and we'll feel better because we'll be healthier, and we won't be bogged down as a community with countless diseases and medications to kind of placate the disease.
Right. Amen. Well, I want you to eat.
Yes.
Here is to good
yes.
health.
Good health.
Vegan food.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you sitting down with me.
Of Of course.
Good talk.